Hey guys, welcome back to the Boundless PodTrap. This segment is going to be so good, you're going to want to get this. Yeah. Enjoy. Yeah. Brian, how's your job been going? I know you said you're like going up to like North Dakota and stuff soon. Or
yes, we have so we just recently had a every 2 years we have this big customer event at CHI where we have just a bunch of customers come out to CHI and we give classes and do labs and just really treat them like family. But I got a lot of customer visits out of that experience because we're like talking to them about new functionality we want to add to our software. And so a lot of our customers are so good to us because they really help us out by like, hey, yeah, come out, see how we do things so that you can implement this new functionality correctly because you'll know how we're going about the process. So we'll be able to, put it in the software in a manner that makes sense.
Right.
And with all this new technology, they probably make toys that will suck you dry with one push of a button. Grandma!
So we have like 6 customer trips coming up. I know that one for sure is Fargo.
Yeah, as you're saying, yes.
Beginning of December. So be traveling a little bit. Works good though.
Where else would they might send you out?
There was a place in Arizona. Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona. Tucson, Arizona. I think there was.
That's how it's.
Feel like
it's spelled.
Yeah. I get it. Tucson Hyundai.
Hyundai. You have to.
Hyundai. I think there was a place in Dallas.
Boo.
It's all continental. U.S. Nothing out of the country.
Still, that's cool.
Yeah, not bad. I don't mind it.
Your name came up on a no-fly list.
You were
It's nice to mix it up every once in a while and try something, like do something different, like a trip like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's an easy work day because you don't really have to have responsibility.
Right.
You just got to be there and listen. So there's not a lot of like actual grind you're trying to do.
Right. You just got to
Showing up is the hardest part.
talk. Be yourself.
Although I'm not going to be doing that tomorrow.
No? What are you doing tomorrow?
Cutting what out?
What I just said.
Oh, never mind.
Nothing incriminating. I'm calling it. I need to do some work, Brian.
Well, you mentioned.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You mentioned PayPal. Did you see that they're forcing their employees back to the office?
They got rid of the location over here.
They did. And so
what do they-
I was driving home and all of a sudden there's this new big building off of like 144th and Dodge because they were building all that new development area. And so all of a sudden there's this PayPal signage being put up and I'm like, well, that's weird. So I
don't
Go
get it.
on.
It's a lot of stuff that you can easily do at home.
Yeah.
My wife is kind of going through that and it's getting annoying for her as well. It's getting annoying for me and I'm not even part of her stuff. It's like she has to do like these meetings that she's not involved in. She's like, I'm working with other people who actually work coastal. We're landlocked here. We don't,
Yeah. So I hit up my friend that's still in the know at PayPal and he confirmed, yep, they're forcing everyone to go back to the office. The funny thing about the Omaha office that they're
Wait,
leasing.
did you know him from back then?
Yeah.
What is he still doing there? They haven't fired him?
Well, so
Right.
he actually did get fired as part of one of the layoffs because they did let go of
But they
everyone
liked
in
him
IT.
so much. They're like, hey, come on.
He gets all his information from someone else at PayPal that does still work there that was not in IT.
Was he in Diddy parties?
Yeah, the freak offs.
What you waiting for? Let the freak show begin. How they came in a truck. Nah, puff. Yeah.
But he said the funny thing about the building they're leasing now doesn't have enough spaces for everyone that's in Omaha. So he's like, we're pretty sure that they're trying to get natural attrition and get people to quit because they don't want to go back into the office. Because some of these people have been hired and have never been to an office. They got hired after COVID.
Yeah, that's
or during
crazy to
COVID,
think about.
That they've always worked from home. So they're assuming they're going to have attrition from this.
Just don't expect me to show up.
I just feel bad because like that building that was in La Vista was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't use that anymore?
No, they sold
It's
it
something
to Kiewit.
else.
Yeah, it's Kiewit. And so
I did not know that.
Yeah, it had a great pond behind it, and it was beautiful.
Great for Pokemon.
Great area, and so it just seems so dumb that they
Actually,
sold
there
it.
was quite a bit of people over there doing the whole.
Yeah,
Pokemon
that was a
thing.
thing when it first came out. Security was very upset.
darn.
They,
I was them.
So they were. Yeah. So you called Niantic and put tickets in to get stuff removed, gyms removed. Because we used to have Pokemon gyms like at all around PayPal.
I did the night stuff, so I never did any of the. I never bothered people when it came to certain shit. Like, do your thing. Just don't fuck with things,
Yeah,
because
I guess security had PayPal security and all that contacted Niantic and got him to remove quite a few of them because it was just
bunch
bringing.
of buddy duddies.
It was bringing a lot of
buddy
public people.
duddies.
that was the day.
I
shift. That
agree
wasn't
because
me.
being a worker there, it really bummed me out because it was easy access.
I got one at work right now.
As an executive, I understand where they're coming from because when Pokemon first came out, it was everyone's craze, and so it really did have a lot of
down some
random
production
people
there,
that were just
Walking
showing
into
up.
I do.
Yeah, so it was just random people all of a sudden flooding around our office.
That's
I mean, they
funny.
couldn't get in because
Go over to Candyland. You can get a Pikachu.
But it's like all of a sudden, like there's like 100 people and walking around our pond, and like so. And one of the gyms was like in our cafe, if you remember the original building cafe.
Yeah.
So people were like walking up to the window to get to it, So it became an issue. I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, just give it a couple weeks. This will die down.
Yeah.
Which it did.
It was probably about 6 months or so. I think it was kind of a craze.
It was a craze for a little bit.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
But like most crazes,
Yeah, we still play it every now.
I still.
We
it's
spent
the only mobile game that I
haven't deleted. Yeah,
haven't
same.
deleted.
If you can be-
we spent that Saturday just hanging out.
John
doing
and I
Pokemon.
did 2 hours a couple weekends ago, so it's still something we do.
If you can be any Pokemon,
Charmander,
despite what it is,
Zarude,
for one day, which day?
Zarude on a Friday.
A Monday.
Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good day to be a Pokemon.
Yeah, I feel like Monday's a solid day. I don't have to go to work that way.
Probably like
Or maybe
they
I
probably
would,
make
maybe
you
I
go
go
to
to work
work.
as a Pokemon.
Maybe
That could be fun too.
April.
April,
I
fair
guess.
weather.
April 31st. That's not even a day.
It's true. It's not.
What Pokemon would I be though? I've always loved Bulbasaur, but I feel like I would want to be a flying Pokemon just so I could fly.
I don't know. My Zarude is a baller in Pokemon. He helps me fight all like the 3 main bosses all the time. Even though he's never recommended, but mine always kills it. Like he'll take out like 2 Pokemon.
My daughter's favorite is a Lapras because that was one of her first plushies.
Oh,
yeah.
it's cute too.
Yeah.
Cute Pokemon.
I would want to ride a Lapras.
I've been trying to take that little monkey to Pound Town for years.
Like
Evolved?
or like in a like a motion ocean or like a relaxing pool. They just like have a bunch of them swimming around or something, like a duck pond, like the paddle boats at like
Frogger style.
Yeah.
I was watching this comedian. She was talking about her first crush when she was 6 years old was a Dragonite. That was her first crush in life.
First crush?
And she's like, yeah, that boy was thick.
What about the green one?
Just made me chuckle.
A shiny.
Oh,
A Shucky, actually.
That's a Dragonite. So that's what she had a
Shucky.
crush on.
to each their own.
And that's
Yeah.
that's technically. I don't know. Some of these are cool. It would be
Again.
cool to fly.
Yeah.
I
What about a
about it on
Gyarados though?
on our Game Boy episode where I wanted to get into Pokemon, but
Oh, here we go.
it left me.
Duh.
I mean,
Charizard. I could fly and would be my favorite Pokemon. Just evolved.
I mean, I played it when it first came out when I was, 10, 12 years old or however. So that's why it means something to me. It's definitely a nostalgia thing.
Let's go Dutch.
I've tried to play the new games, but I can't. They're built for kids. So there's not much
Right.
difficulty to them. So it's just like, I get bored of it easily
It's more of a
now.
pleasantry these days. It's not a
it's
challenge.
that nostalgia factor that I hope that I'm going to start playing it and I get super into it. I'm like, it's just like the old days. But,
Remember when my father used to beat me?
you get 3 hours into it and you're like, this is not at all like the old days.
There's certain games out there that I hate because they're so good, where they actually implement certain sciences into it, such as, was it Dead Space, where they try to use breathing rhythms and age. It's like when you're in here, like the people are going to be breathing like this, and if you're younger, you kind of mirror it, so it sort of also rides on the same anxiety that the character is experiencing.
Mhm.
So you're getting like, wow, you are very fabricating anxiety into. It's like some of those games. I'm like, I love it, but I fucking hate that you do this.
Yeah.
But I love that you did that, you know?
Make up your mind.
I'm probably going to play Dead Space here in a couple months.
No, you're going to Delaware.
So the reason I say that is because they're adding, I've never played Dead Space, and they did the remake and everything and made it really pretty and all that. And I guess it's going to be on their PlayStation Plus subscription next month or something, which I have now so that John and I and a couple others can play on the Seas, the Sea of Thieves.
Speaking of, apparently WWE 2K is free on PlayStation right now.
There you go.
But yeah, Sea of Thieves is very fun.
Nice.
The boys learned. Brian wasn't able to get on because the network was down, but the other guys got a nice lesson in not abandoning the ship last time.
They just totally stole my shit.
Yeah, he stole all his shit, man.
It happens. You can do it. They all want to be aggressive.
So recently,
aggressive.
Here, I was telling Brian, or yeah, we were kind of briefly discussing about some car accidents. And here in Omaha, we're up to 45 vehicle deaths. There was like one tragic one that just happened not too long ago. You remember it was like Friday, I think it was, from when time of recording. The lady was kind of drunk. She had 2 kids in the back, I think 3 altogether. One was like an 18-month. The passenger, male, and the 18th month were taken for severe burns because taken in for severe burns.
Oh, jeez.
But the 2 kids in the back passed, and the person that she plowed into, 70-year-old man, ended up dying too.
Jesus.
But it's like, this is the last year.
Oh, yeah. Was that
downtown?
Ish. Yeah.
It was off of like 13th and.
Oh, I'm thinking it was different. I thought it was 48th and like Dodge or something. I don't know
if that was the one.
Maybe there's multiple ones of lately. It's getting ridiculous.
Yes. Lately, just last week, we were at like 35 vehicle deaths. Now we're at 45, like 10 in 7 days. I mean,
when we were in Lincoln last night for the concert, we drove by a car that was fucked up. It was like smashed.
I still don't even know how it got up
compacted
there.
down to half its size, and it was like on the sidewalk, you know, and they're trying to get it, the tow truck to get it. It was kind of funny because it was like stuck in between like poles and shit on the sidewalk.
What are you doing? You can't park there.
It sucks because like the average driver, and kind of going back to our earlier conversation as well, is like people don't think about the things. They're in like that level 1 way, you know, of thinking. They haven't thought outside of themselves to kind of consider other people around them. It's like they think they're good drivers because everything prior has kept them alive. It's like, that doesn't mean you're a good driver. That just means, you know, chances has happened and you've been able to veer out of things, but then there's going to be the time when it's not on your side.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, John was yelling at some guy when we were driving down to Lincoln yesterday because he was on his phone with both hands looking down.
Literally, I looked over.
On,
He's just like
on the interstate, just like John's like,
dummies, man.
put your phone down. Yeah, so he's not paying attention at all. What he's doing, going 75.
It irritates me because when you like honk at them, like honk, and then they look at you like, you know, you're pissing them off. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you signed a promise saying that you're going to abide by the rules and you're not. But yeah, that shit here. Yeah. Then there was a shooting not too long ago.
In Omaha?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I can't stand this ignorant mentality as well, where they're trying to fight for the victim, I guess. The person was killed. So it was a traffic stop. I think 2 officers approached and the guy pulled out a semi-automatic and started running. And
so they blasted him?
I guess 8 shots were fired, and one of them that kind of went towards, all shots were hit face on.
Well, I feel like as soon as you pull out a gun on a cop.
Yes.
I mean,
it's like whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and it's also your fault.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's 100% your fault.
You are escalating things further. Maybe even if you were just trying to run away and pulled out the weapon, like, why do you have a semi-automatic with you during,
for me, it's, I mean, I'm big on Second Amendment, so he has a right to carry, but as soon as you pull that out on a cop,
supposedly he was a legal carrier too.
Yeah.
But
so
yes.
I don't care what your reasoning is, as soon as you pull that out.
I saw the transcripts of the video where they're stating that the weapon was pointing at the cop, and then he fired, 8 times or so.
He fired at the cops, or the cops fired
at him.
Okay.
I don't know if there was any rounds fired from the
perpetrator.
Yeah. But people are coming out saying like, cop
You guys didn't
that's
have to kill
aggressive
him.
and all this. I'm like,
well, you pulled out a gun.
Yeah. And then
Sorry.
I also cannot help but look at the track record. I'm like, this guy has a list.
Oh.
So, but you're still going to want to fight for somebody like that who is not offering anything to society. He was about to clean his life up and turn his life around. And
Sure he was. Just like George Floyd.
I wasn't going to go there.
I did.
It's not wrong. That's another thing that we were talking about. It's like people hear the first thing and then they write on that. But that's not what, looking at the videos and.
I was going to say it today in that message when Mikey was like, well, growing up with 2 nurses and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was going to be like, literally, like Mikey's like, well, there's a lot of misinformation or whatever. And I'm like, Brian's literally saying he's going to do what you're supposed to do when you look at something on the internet and look into it and find out the facts.
Yeah,
but I didn't want to get involved.
Yeah,
so
this
I
is
didn't
that,
say anything.
No, yeah, this is that cancer theory
Okay.
I was telling you about. And yeah, I just mentioned I thought it was interesting. I was going to look into it. And yeah.
And he was like,
he got shot.
And
He
I
was
was
right.
like,
He right
Brian
away
is literally doing what you're supposed to be doing.
And when was his defense was because he had roommates who were nurses?
His
No, his
mom and his sister are both nurses, and he has people in his family that have died from cancer, which I was like, well, my father died of cancer. I'm still curious about this theory.
I didn't even look at it yet. I literally haven't had time to know what you guys are even talking about. But
real quick, it was a theory that maybe tumors are the body's way of trying to keep the toxins out of your body, so it's all collecting it in one space. To protect you, and we might accidentally, like not purposely, well, you would hope not purposely, when we go to get a biopsy off the cancer, we might be accidentally releasing that cancer.
And
like,
debris of cancer is going out throughout the body.
because it's like, poking a needle in a balloon, it's going to start spewing out air. So it was just a theory like, oh, maybe we're making it worse and it's actually causing cancer to spread when we do biopsies, and we should.
it's a theory.
It's a theory. I don't know if it's.
You literally said you were going to look into, not that you believed.
Yeah, I just thought I was like one of those videos. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Maybe others will find it interesting. And then I
saw it when I was
then
going
he
to the
responded
restroom, and I was like, I'm not getting into that.
he responded, and I go, I need to stop sending stuff out that I find interesting, because no one else, everyone gets really defensive on things that I find interesting. No, I know you didn't, but I'm like, I just got to stop. I got to keep things to myself.
I wouldn't shoot you down for that. I would shoot you down for other things, but not that.
I did watch your video while I was pooping about Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, the Jennifer Aniston ones. Yeah, so Tom Segura was talking about how he had the opportunity to meet Jennifer Aniston, and she was being really weird.
Yeah.
Was that you who just sent a video not too long ago? I didn't click on that one. Was that one? Or was that in a different
who did
one?
I send that to?
No,
I just sent it to John. I only sent it to John.
Or no, you sent a link.
For what?
I don't know.
Weird. There's a group message that we have with our sisters or our brothers.
Oh, the metal bands. Never mind. Yeah.
Oh, the metal bands pissed me off.
Yeah.
We were literally just talking. It was funny because we literally couldn't remember their name last night. Because we were talking about shows and how people bring like tablets to their fucking shows.
Turn that fucking thing off.
Because at Highly Suspect, he was like, how about everybody put your phones down? Because there's like 1,000 shitty videos of Lydia, which is one of their songs, online, and they all sound like shit. So just be in the moment, like one of those deals.
I fully support. I can't stand people taking
And we were talking
videos.
about how like people have gone to concerts in front of us with like full blown fucking tablets, like
full blown, like the 10-inch ones, like your side monitor here.
I've seen that too. And that,
and I was like, yeah, remember that guy at the Breaking Benjamin? And who was that rock band that sounds the same every fucking song? And we couldn't even remember their name at first, and we found it out. And then I posted that list, and they're number fucking 10 on the list of best heavy metal bands of all time. Fuck you.
Wait,
over Korn, over Gojira, over System of a Down, over Deftones, over Megadeth, over Mastodon, over Anthrax, over all these bands. Fucking Avenged Sevenfold. I was mad about it.
Freaking hot topic. That explains everything.
And I agree, because all their songs sound exactly the same.
Except for they do have an excellent cover of Wish You Were Here.
They do have some hits. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But most, like, every time I've seen it in a concert, I'm like,
your fucking nightmare.
I get bored pretty quickly.
Well, some of those bands, like, I mean, I don't know if I would put Korn as heavy metal. There are genres. I mean, it's new metal.
Did you read the article? He literally explains that.
I didn't read it. I just scrolled through all the names. So,
whatever. You're a bozo. Did you look at the top 10 though?
I did. And
did you have
when I got down to like
Brian
20,
has a different idea of his metal, I think. Brian's metal that he likes is different than what like original heavy metal is.
True. Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't like much metal before the 90s.
It's like some of those I don't
Metallica
consider.
aside.
Yeah. And I knew that was going to be
And they're number one.
I knew that was going to
Yeah,
happen.
that was kind of a cop
For
out.
those listeners curious, number 1 was Metallica. Number 2 is Black Sabbath. 3 is Iron Maiden, which if you're asking anybody from 60 to 20, those
like,
are
yeah.
probably in their top,
and-
whatever.
Mhm.
Number 4 was Pantera. 5, Judas Priest. 6 was Ozzy.
They didn't have a Wasp in there.
7 was Slipknot. 8 Slayer. 9
Winger.
Tool. And we're going to omit number 10 and just skip to 11. Was System of a Down.
So I think that was part of
Deftones,
the problem with this list
Rammstein,
is they're
Korn.
doing rock music from the last 50 years. So
Yeah,
that's hard.
It's a
to-
wide, from
that's
like
hard to-
1970 was when they.
This is very subjective too, and I mean, I like places like Reddit where you can upvote things and Ranker and all this.
I think
and-
Exodus should have been higher. They
Yeah.
did. They're influential in a lot of Metallica and stuff like that. So I feel like they should have been higher. But that was my only. Those two main things were I probably would have swapped a little bit, but that was random. But sorry,
Nice.
I just thought of it when you were talking. Interrupted you. No problem.
It goes
Sorry about that.
with the labeling is my issue. It's kind of like Rock Hall of Fame. It's like, why is Beyonce in this? Jay-Z,
Eminem.
yeah,
Dr.
like
Dre.
it's not rock. Change it to just music.
Yeah.
The music.
Yeah,
Hall
at
of
this
Fame.
point they do have to change it to Music Hall of Fame.
Which I don't have a problem with those people being in the music hall of
Right.
Fame.
They're influential. They're not
but
rock.
They're not rock. No.
Yeah, it should be
I don't know.
changed.
Eminem does make no. It's not rock.
It's not.
He can probably pull influences, but it's just not.
Yeah.
found
And a
hell
lot
of
of
a way
people do
to
that with
fuse
other
it.
genre
He
too.
did find a good ways to fuse it for sure. Like he literally does a song with Aerosmith. So
So
that they did at his Hall of Fame.
So did Run DMC.
Yeah.
Is Run DMC part of the Hall of Fame?
Yes, they were the first ones that started this whole
Debacle.
change it to the Music Hall of
Okay.
Fame. Yeah.
Those motherfuckers.
Who wrote this crap?
But yeah, I don't know if you watched the Eminem Hall of Fame thing. It was awesome. He literally thanked every rap artist of all time, basically, in alphabetical order.
The 2 Live Crew, Tupac, Third Base, Alliance, Apache, Audio 2, Milk D, Awesome Dre, The Beastie Boys, Big Daddy Kane, Big Pun, Big L, Biz Marquee, The Notorious B.I.G., of course, Black Moon, The Boogie Monsters, Brand Nubian, Brother J from X-Clan, Buckshot, Casual from Hieroglyphics, Chill Rob G, Chub Rock, Chuck D, and Public Enemy, Cypress Hill, D-Nice, Dana Dane, De La Soul, Def Jeff, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, DJ Quick, Dr. Dre, Drez the Black Sheep, Ed O.G., EPMD, The Fat Boys, Fat Joe, Fushnikins, Gangstar, Ghetto Boys, Heavy D, House of Pain, Ice Cube, Ice-T, The Intelligent Hoodlum, JJ Fad, Jazzo, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Just Ice, K-Solo, Kid and Play, King Son, King T, Cool G Rap, Kumo D, KRS-One, Kwame, Lakim Shabazz, Large Professor, Leaders of the New School, LL Cool J, Lord Finesse, Lords of the Underground, Mantronics, Master Ace, MC Breed, MC Light, MC Shan, Melly Mel, Merciless Amir, Mobb Deep, Moni Love, Nas, Nucleus, Onyx, Organized Confusion, Outkast, Andre 3000, Paris, Farside, Queen Latifah, Rakim, Redhead Kingpin, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Redman, Roxanne Shante, Run DMC, Salt and Pepper, Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh, Snoop Dogg, Souls of Mischief, Special Ed, Stetsasonic, Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd, The DOC, The Roots, Black Thought, The Skinny Boys, Tony D, Too Short, Tretch of Naughty by Nature, Tribe Called Quest, UTFO, Houdini, Wise Intelligent of the Poor Righteous Teachers, Wu-Tang Clan, and YZ. Yo, those were my rock stars, man, and I just want to say, like, without them, a lot of us wouldn't be here. I know I wouldn't. I'm a high school dropout, man, with a hip-hop education, and these were my teachers.
Puff Daddy?
Fuck you.
But they did a performance of,
While
like a
rapping?
mix of a lot of his songs, and Aerosmith came out and did the Sing for the Moment song. I was like, oh, that's really cool. It was a cool performance. Like 10 minutes. Go check it out.
Right now?
No, not you, the listeners. You check it out when you're editing. You'd be like, oh, yeah, And then maybe, slip something in right there.
That was something I was saying to him. It's like I'm editing, finding a clip, and then I'll go on to like a 7, 10, 20-minute tirade of watching other clips. I'm like, fuck, I got to get back to work.
YouTube will do that to you. The wormholes of YouTube.
It's too easy.
Good Lord, worms? You have worms?
Too easy to fall down them.
Way too easy. That's how I've discovered a lot of things, though, that I currently watch. Like the John Boy Media stuff I watch all their stuff now because of that. So
we think you might like this. I will like this.
Yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you for
start
recommending
watching this. I gotta drop something.
Yeah,
getting too full of a plate here.
The crappy thing too about certain algorithms too. It tends to push something that you did really like out. I'm like, how come I don't see posts from this anymore?
Yeah, I can't. Yep, that's a rough thing about algorithms. So John mentioned this last week that he has 2 different
Twitters,
X
and I was accounts,
and so that because one's built for one algorithm, the other's built for a different algorithm. I'm like,
still porn. How is that still porn?
That's pretty smart, actually, because that way you can just go and I just want to go look at sports today, or I want to go and look at conspiracy
It at
theories
first
today,
happened
whatever.
because I couldn't remember my password for the other one, so I created a new one, and then it came I had it written down somewhere or something like that.
Do you have like a social media manager? That way you have both of them plugged in and you can see both accounts?
No. But mainly the other one is used for football, like injury information when I'm watching a game or, stuff like that. Like Husker times when they announce the times, or Texas games or Eagle game, whatever. So that one's literally all sports, and the other one's titties and video games, basically.
That's a good combination.
You've seen my huge stack of porn, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a great point of if he had just one Twitter account, and originally he was looking at sports, and then he got more.
No. Originally he's looking at titties.
If he was originally looking at titties, and then he got more into sports, the algorithm might push the titties out, and he's like, "Man, I miss my titties."
Yeah. I do miss titties. Let's see if I go on.
Do miss it.
Let's just see. We're a theory of this real quick. All right, we're gonna go on one.
It's just
I'm gonna
unfortunate
say
you
2 posts. There's gonna be 2 posts, and then you'll see titties.
It's unfortunate that if you like.
I don't know. This is a random video. I don't even know what it is. We're just gonna watch it together.
Oh, I know this video.
And you know what I did? I busted.
And then he has a baby.
So now this is Dylan.
That's right. But no, second post titties. Not naked titties, but.
Well, what's up? What really bothers me about algorithms is you might get something new, like you said, oh, this is something I like, and you like it. Then all of a sudden your whole feed's that new thing, and you're like, I just like that one thing. I didn't want my whole feed to turn into Martha Stewart videos because I liked one video of her and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. It's like I'm trying to learn how to make a flower pot by doing a handstand and whatever.
Yeah, and I got for a while there, I was innovated with plant videos because I liked one plant video is you should waterboard your succulents.
Yeah, and the sports
that's a good
is the Braves scoring.
Now you're a botanist.
Yeah, so it's you like that one plant video, and all of a sudden, now I'm a botanist.
I know what you're thinking. Illegal.
With the aquaponics, the weed is already putting out new sprouts.
Okay.
Oh, apparently that's what he did when they scored. I'm for it. I also have 5 notifications. What is this?
Titties.
Oh, these are not. The notifications on X are stupid.
No, I don't.
You get all these bots that follow you.
I'm getting tired of certain people's notifications where they at everyone. I'm like, stop doing that shit.
Yeah.
I think you can go and mute that person.
I think you can,
but I don't know if that.
I don't know.
It's annoying. Don't do at everyone.
And I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
Yeah, stop doing that.
I don't need to know.
They need to stop.
It's usually people selling stuff.
We get people in our community, that we've movies, local stuff. A few people have done that, and I'm gonna slap this shit out of them. I'm not gonna mention names.
Name drop.
I don't see mine either.
Well, we were getting it a while in our 20th anniversary Facebook page. That
was happening.
That was happening in there as people were at everyone. Get this T-shirt or something, and
no, nobody's gonna buy it. You're probably only gonna make $14 off that.
You're making enemies, not T-shirts.
I was just looking over my school reunion, my 20 years coming up this next weekend on the 13th.
You're old.
Yeah.
You should go. Ours was fun.
I'm
glad
fun.
we went.
We literally were going to go have a drink
to
and leave, and then I got blackout drunk.
Do you want to go to mine and say that you went there?
Maybe.
My best friend could probably go to mine. They will remember him there, but he was never enrolled over there.
Yeah.
So he went to an alternative school, and he used to get out around like noon.
He went to an alternative school?
Then came over to Benson High School, and then like the security guard would like get on his ass, like, get the class. I don't go here, but I'm just going to walk around. He was in the yearbook.
Are you guys going somewhere public? Like ours 20-year anniversary was at Sinat's Bar down in Papillion. Are you guys doing something like that?
There's like 8 different things on the schedule, but I'm probably only going to be attending 3 of them.
Well, if you have something public like that, I'll come crash it with you.
Sweet.
Sure.
It's party time, Sparkle
I think the family day is. Do you want to come as my date?
I mean, I'm a single guy now. I got to get out there.
Right on.
Who knows?
What year are you? 04?
03 and 04. I was so good that they wanted me to come back for another semester before. So
that's awesome.
Smart kid.
Yeah.
That's player
like,
you.
Man, I really liked when you were here.
Yeah.
Can you come back for another
Teachers
semester?
just miss the hell out of you.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I can see it.
But when I went to the 03 graduation and they called my name and I was like, oh fuck, well I'm in the audience. So I didn't know I didn't actually graduate. I had to come back and finish up. So yeah. 03 and 04. Why were you asking what year? This is
so I know what age of bitches there are going to be there.
It's just going to be the same age as the bitches as
I figured. Once I asked it, I was
1
like, wait,
year
he's
younger.
Like, yeah.
Ka-ching.
Yeah. Wait,
I've never dated anybody younger than me.
You're in 04, right? Or 03?
We're 03.
All right.
But I'm
1 year
I'm
younger.
assuming this,
I got it. I got it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Don't worry, but
Michelle
then again,
was 04.
Half of
Erica
our
was
school
05.
student body was growing bodies inside. So
So was ours.
You pregnant. You pregnant.
Ours were very busy.
Ours are all very hot daughters that are like 19, 20, 21 now, and it's disturbing on my Facebook feed. And I might just delete my Facebook for about a couple years.
We had the journalism. I think they put out a newspaper article about the other schools' pregnancy rates, and ours were
Ours was tops in the nation.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
Ours was
in 03.
Oh, ours. I think all 4 years.
I remember the article.
Everybody's booking.
Well, maybe we're like Omaha schools in general were tops in the nation.
Papillion La Vista High School
in the nation.
And Omaha itself is top in STD rate. STD rate.
That probably is true.
Yeah, probably. Being a single guy, that actually oh man, I have to start having sex with people again, like random people.
Ew.
And
I just like spit.
And like it's
I
just
don't
like
wanna.
It's like,
I don't wanna.
Yeah, well, it's not the sex that it's the unknown of like, is this person telling me the truth that they don't have anything? And
oh god,
harmless dweeb or disgusting sex monster, you decide.
Do you feel like people your age? I mean, how are you going to be dating? Are you going to be going?
Just do Zoom calls.
John,
I mean,
probably
right now, if I was going to sign up for a dating website, the lowest I would go is 27.
All right,
now.
All right.
If I go and I go through all the people,
what's the highest?
45 maybe.
Oh wow, you're
not too far.
No,
I was gonna say John can hook you up with some single honeys.
It's true.
That he works with.
It's true. Widowed.
Ugh, old people sex is disgusting.
Yeah,
put you in the wheel and everything.
There was a hot daughter in there today, and I was like, and then she sat right next to her husband.
Damn, I thought y'all was divorced already.
Why would she do that?
I said, it was funny because Chris goes, "Hey, will you help me with this firewood over here at the buffet?" I've just poisoned everybody with that term. Firewood is the code word for a hot girl.
Oh, okay.
Because I came up with it years ago, and it was like it was stupid because I heard a phrase somebody say, and I thought it was funny. It's like, I'd split that bitch like firewood.
We don't have a fireplace.
Oh,
and so
firewood
it just
was born.
became. But the funny thing is it was first used when me and my old boss Mike worked together in that salad sandwich shop that we ran, and it made no sense to say firewood. It was probably more obvious than being like, "Look at that hot girl."
Yeah.
We had a guy, Rob, who used to work with us at Famous Dave's and all the caterings and stuff, and he would work it into a sentence. He'd be like, "John, did you ever get a hold of that firewood guy? Wasn't he supposed to call you at 12 o'clock?
Coordinates, son, coordinates.
And so you'd be like looking around or whatever.
Smart.
It was funny.
Nice.
It's become more fun than it is.
I try to do like
anymore.
these sort of inside things or create things, and I tell Crystal this, but like when we're in the moment, she gets pissy because she doesn't know what we're talking about. I'm like, what? She's like, what? I don't get the fuck what you're mean. You know, like,
yeah.
She nips back. I'm like, God, I'm trying to help you out. You know, like a code word. Yeah.
Just trying to be jovial and fun.
What? All my friends know what that means when I say it.
I have to smack a bitch.
She's probably still in the hospital.
Like I was saying it. Actually, I feel like instead of firewood lately, I just go, and Brian will respond with a, It's just men talking, having a full conversation without even saying words. Right.
Everything that you needed to know was in those expressions. Spoke volumes,
especially at a concert. There were some cute girls last night.
But there was some girls that made me realize why I have it at 27, because a couple of cute ones in front of us were definitely younger 20s.
What is my Bumble
their
right
conversation was just,
holy shit, I got a match.
I can't follow.
blow my brains out. And I'm like, this is why I feel like 27 is the youngest I want to go.
I got nothing in common with them, with you.
Just purely on conversation. But
mine is 23 to 55.
Yeah, if I happen to blow through everyone in that age.
Whoa.
Well, not that way. I mean,
Sir.
like, let's say there's just no one that I find attractive in that range, and I've gone through everyone,
which will be easy.
Maybe I could see myself lowering.
I feel like that's why
24,
mine is, because I originally had it at like 27, 28.
Yeah, you start more picky, and then eventually you realize, oh,
you're not going to change the level. You're more so going to be like, I feel I could probably drive further.
Yeah, it's the at first you're really trying to, like, I have this certain person in mind. I am going to find that person, and then you realize,
gotta change mine.
Okay, maybe that person doesn't exist in Omaha, or I am 40. That person's already
you have to update your miles too.
That person has already been swooped up.
Amputee hookers, whatever.
And so you eventually, I might have to expand my pickiness and not be as picky. But we'll see. I'm going to definitely start off picky, because if I'm gonna date someone again,
you have standards.
I want, like, why not try to find
how tall is too tall?
I think it would be fun to date a tall woman.
Like, how tall? Like 6'5"?
You guys can gallop.
Definitely 6'5" would be okay.
Gallop in the fields.
Yeah.
She'd be like tall.
Well,
you'd be like,
I mean, I'm
"What's up, girl?"
5'11", so that'd be 7 and 6. What you said, 6'5"? No, that's only 6 inches. Frolic. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'd be okay with that. I feel like maybe 7 feet might be a little out of it.
That's a huge bitch.
Well, that's for most people.
I don't know. There's a lot of
feel
women
like if you saw somebody that was 6'5", you would be like,
what is that?
That
average
actually is taller than I thought.
Dutch
it would be.
people, isn't it? Aren't they the tallest people?
If you're 6'5" and a female, please contact the show so we can have you stand next to Brian.
That's all. Maybe feel a little quiver.
I don't know. I don't like tall girls.
These animals are huge.
We have room for these ladies to rest and take off their uncomfortable shoes.
What do their shoes look like?
But it's part of it is because I was so short in junior high and all my girlfriends were taller than me, and I would get made fun of a lot. So it's probably like a complex.
Your Napoleon was like a complex named after you.
Like Autumn.
I think
she was always tall.
I feel like it would be kind of fun to try out. I'd be down to try it.
Like a jungle gym?
Like a jungle gym. Yes, let's go with that.
All right.
Jungle gym. Why is she a jungle? Because I can climb that bitch.
It's a huge bitch.
That's a huge bitch.
And if I happen to get a temperature or something while on the jungle gym, I'd try that out too. Stupid.
I don't get it.
I'm not going to explain that one. If you know, you know.
Thermometer?
That was one of those things I started saying. I was like, you should shut up right now.
I was nose breathe laughing like my friend Nate that golfs with us. He on Call of Duty, he's always that's all we hear when he laughs. He like nose laughs.
Like boogers are flying out.
And Zach is like, you've heard him. I don't know if you heard him laugh while we were golfing. The bigger guy. Like, he liked his calves or whatever.
He loved his impersonations. I realized.
Oh yeah,
he was a big
especially online when we're playing video games and people can hear him. Hey, how you doing? You know, he does a great Peter Griffin.
He's doing a lot of Peter Griffin, a lot of
he's Pakistani, so he can get away with like
Middle
Eastern accent. Yeah. He's like, hey man, don't do it to me. He does that one a lot on Call of Duty, which is hilarious.
It's like that. Get out of my store and
I was talking to some Mexicans the other day. I was like, oh, amigo, stop shooting. And they're like, oh, no, amigo. Sometimes you can have fun on there. And then sometimes it's like, fuck you. You know, I'm not going to say it, so you don't have to bleep out this whole sentence. But, you know, there's toxic people.
I don't know what you mean.
That say gamer words.
Okay.
If you don't know what gamer words are, then
PMV?
They're not PC.
No.
They're not PC.
They're cigarettes in British. They're people. Never mind. I'm not going to do the Family Guy skit.
How rude.
People that annoy you.
Throw it in.
No,
I think he just submitted the whole sentence.
I think he means he was going to throw in the clip, the Family Guy clip.
Watching in South Park?
Well, let's see if you can't make everyone proud. The category is people who annoy you. Audience, keep quiet, please. 10 seconds, Mr. Marsh.
Well, I know it, but I don't think I should say it.
5 seconds, Mr. Marsh.
All right, I'd like to solve the puzzle. Huh? Oh.
That might help better explain things, I think.
Or we can just move away from this conversation.
I like how Brian, every now and then when we get on a certain thing, he rushes over it. He's like, okay. And
yeah. There's definitely...
I can't wait for the...
that is the next one.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm excited. Do you have the disclaimer in front of the episode?
I haven't got it. I'm still editing.
Oh, okay.
It's probably like 30
I would
minutes
put it in the front.
Yes.
And not the back.
Yes.
Like we recorded it.
Yeah. Please do.
That was the plan. I know when I get to
At
it.
this point, you'll already know the backlash will suffer from this.
Assuming they didn't leave our show after that episode.
Yes, and we're trying to find hosting
So if you're still with
now.
us, thank you.
Also, if you're still with us, we know you're not a sensitive little bitch. Eli.
Particularly that little weasel Eli.
Sanke?
Happy birthday, Cho. That was yesterday as of recording time. No, the first. Right. Today's the second.
This is true.
Oh, I have a correction too.
Oh.
In one of our episodes, it might have been the music episode, I mentioned that Stained was coming out with a new album. I was tricked. It was an extended album, so it was just a re-release with extra few songs.
So there was definitely a correction that I meant to bring up as well. We said an incorrect actor for a movie, but I don't remember what it was.
So it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You're welcome, Liam Neeson.
If you noticed it, congrats that you didn't rub it in our face.
Leslie Nielsen.
I mean, you could.
Who am I thinking of? Liam.
Wait, what?
Leanne?
Leslie.
Hold on.
Leanne Rhymes? What's happening?
GoldenEye.
I don't know now.
James Bond.
I don't know.
Schindler's List with Leslie Nielsen.
I can't remember the. Oh well, moving on.
No, what are we talking about? I want to figure this out. This is my job.
Did we say
on the show?
Because now I can't think of movies then, so this is gonna go nowhere. So this is a silly.
Think of a movie he's in. Let him think. Justin, stop bugging him.
No,
this is what I do: is figure out what you guys are trying to say.
He can't do it. He can't do it. All right, be quiet.
He just sucks. He sucks so hard.
Ow, he is great at sucking.
Well, I said Liam Nielsen, but that's not a thing.
Liam Neeson?
Neeson. That's it.
He
that
said
one.
that.
Okay. Oh.
I said Well,
yeah, you were trying to correct me with Leslie Nelson. Okay.
Oh, my brain.
That's what you were thinking of.
My brain went to Liam Neeson when he said that. So
okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
But I was trying to confuse his
brain.
Well,
he definitely confused me. I was real lost. I was like, am I making this whole person up?
Taken.
The guy from Taken and The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Well, Batman Begins.
With Leslie Nielsen.
Not Leslie Nielsen. That'd be a way different movie.
It'd be a better movie.
Not better.
Why not?
I don't know. Let me watch Penguin tonight and see if we can put him in the Matt Reeves one.
He didn't even want to do the part. He signed off. I think he refused it like 2 or 3 times. Then he's like, fuck it. Finally, I'll do it. Whatever.
Imagine if he was Alfred. Or Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, no respect. Hey, Batman gets no respect.
I mean, nobody was nice. I mean, I had a rough. I told my old man I'm sick and tired of running around in circles. He got mad. He nailed down my other foot. I mean, that's the story of my life. No respect. I don't get no respect at all.
That podcast do anything for you? Well, that's not all. Stay tuned next week for the continuation of this episode, or whenever these things come out. Later.